Alle zusammen gegen den Faschismus! Alle zusammen gegen den Faschismus! Alle zusammen gegen den Faschismus! Alle!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. All right, I got a couple of things we're going to look at here today. The first thing here I want to show you is in Germany. So one of the states there have been won. So one of their elections have been won by the AfD. And I think this party is actually what most people want this day and age. I mean, this is the party that England needs. If you do know Marie Le Pen, who is obviously, you know, who was labeled far right. She's a fascist, a racist, a this, a that in France. And she was set to win the election to become the president. But then, you know, Macron and the far left and blah, 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 blah. They all made their whole little faction just so they can combat against conservatism and against anti-immigration. And the funny thing is if you say, look, we're against mass migration, we're against illegal immigrants in our countries doing crime, pretty much getting bailed out by the government, you are apparently a racist. The government, the media, they paint you as being a freaking racist. Because I can guarantee you right now, all right, here in Australia, in England, in many countries, in France, in the USA, majority of people don't want unvetted mass migration. I can guarantee you that right now. Most people want, you know, safe migration, you know, because people don't care about migrants. 99% of people don't care. You obviously have the 1% who are pretty crazy. But 99% don't care as long as it's done in increments, safely, you know, they can assimilate to your culture. Things like that are fine. I'm pretty sure we're all happy with that migration, not mass migration and allowing illegal immigrants to just move into your countries and nothing can be done about it, as is happening in the EU at the moment, where they're trying to force countries to take migrants. And, you know, countries like Poland, countries like Hungary, they have said, no, we're not doing it anymore. You're not going to destroy us like you destroyed England. We're not doing this. And the people that are coming in, you know, are from the war-torn countries. And you know what they do? They put their religion before the country that they move to. And then they wonder why their countries are so freaking messed up. They try to do the same thing to their countries. And that's the sad thing about it. But now, before we get into the video, if you like the video, please leave a like on it. I mean, if you like it, if you don't, that's fine. Comment as well below. Let me know what you think. I always love to hear your opinions. And then also subscribe, hit the notification bell so we can kind of grow and we can kind of make some more. You know, obviously, hopefully can open up some schedules for us and we can grow together as a group and as a page. And eventually we can build something great together and we can fight back against this freaking idiocracy that is happening, where the governments are taking more and more control. We're getting less and less as people and they're expecting us to be happier than ever. Now let's get into it. From Sky News, Germany far-right AfD party. Why would you say far-right, man? The people are not far-right. What constitutes as far-right now? Far-right used to be you're literally a neo-Nazi, you pretty much hate other races, that sort of thing. Now apparently far-right just saying, you know, we want the country the way it used to be. Conservatism is, all right? As you can see here, I believe that will probably be the party leader. Obviously, the site absolutely freaking sucks that it doesn't want to show you the freaking people because they always got to put their ads in front of everything. So that's the leader there. So this is just stupid, just how they constantly have to say a far-right party has won a regional election in Germany for the first time since the Second World War. This is from Sky News. Do you see they're already painting the picture and making your mind think already of yesteryear, right? I mean, what does it make you think of, right? If they say this is the first time a far-right party has won a regional election since World War II, right? They're trying to make it seem as if Adolf Hitler, as if the Nazis were far-right. When in reality, we know we actually weren't far-right. They were fascists, all right? There's nothing... The far-right is not fascists. I don't know if people know their politics. I'm pretty sure Sky News can do better than this. I mean, this is usually Sky News is actually not too bad, but this is pretty crap. This is pretty crap. So they picked up the most votes in the eastern state of Thuringia. The party won 32.8%, as we've seen. They won the most seats at German state parliament since... Oh, they're just repeating themselves. This is such horrible journalism. It also performed well in the neighboring state of Saxony, where it was close second behind the CDU by just half a percentage point. Wow. Speaking of the results, the leader in Thuringia, Bjorn Höcke, said he felt a great deal of pride, and so you should. Well done. Well done. You have kicked off the usual subjects, and to do that in this day and age of politics, it's a win for everyone, I think. And instead of having the constant same machine, it needs a change every now and again. As you can see here, however, when it was pointed out that Germany's domestic intelligence agency has its local party branch under official surveillance as a proven right-wing extremist group, he bristled at the question and said, "Please stop stigmatizing me. We are the #1 party in Thuringia." Exactly. Well, is the police, the domestic intelligence agency got to make all those people who voted for them, are they going to put them on the surveillance list as well? You don't want to classify 1/3 of the voters in Thuringia as right-wing extremists. Exactly. This is the exact same, speech that they use in England. This is the exact same speech they use all around the world now. As soon as it's something that people are voting against them or people disagree with them, then suddenly you are now far right because, we definitely can't be something crazy. We're just centrists, but anyone who disagrees with us, you're on the right. Höcke himself has been convicted of knowingly using a Nazi slogan at political events. He is appealing. This is honestly such a hit piece by Siobhan Robbins. This is crap. This is absolute crap. So about 3.3 million people were eligible to vote in Saxony and nearly 1.7 million in Thuringia. The left populist Sarah Wagenknecht Alliance, which like AFD demands stricter controls on immigration and wants to stop arming Ukraine, came third in both states with up to 16% of the vote and 12% in Saxony. Great. This is good. This is good to see because, people don't want mass migration. It's not in our system to want to have that, right? And look, I was trying to find their policies, all right? I was trying to find their policy position, see where they are, and, so you can kind of make up your own mind on it. And all it is this is the ideology and platform. The AFD is broadly considered to be right-wing and national conservative movement in both socioeconomy and social-cultural terms. The AFD's policy brief of mission statement seeks to define the party as both liberal and conservative, with an emphasis on protecting sovereignty, Western identity, and German culture is what is called peaceful, democratic, and sovereign national state of the German people. Political scientists and journalists have also described the AFD as synonymous with opposition to immigration, Euroscepticism, and holding a national bent with various shades of German nationalism, from civic nationalism to hardline center. Pretty much just saying, I love this politics talk. All they're trying to say is that they want to keep Germany. They want to pretty much build it from within, and they don't want mass migration. Is that really so hard to just call that centrist? I mean, people in the center want the exact same thing. They want their country to be self-sufficient. They want, to have the power from their own countries. They don't want to have to buy everything from overseas. I mean, who else promises these exact same things? Donald Trump. Pretty much anyone with a freaking brain cell knows that mass migration doesn't work. It destroys your country. The only thing it does is it just gives you a quick hit on your economy, and then it drops after that because people can't assimilate to your culture, and then it destroys it from within, and that's how you get your two-tier system, like what is happening in the UK right now. I mean, do you agree? Are we hitting the nail on the head? Let me know below in the comments. And if you've watched this long, might as well like this video, and you'll be able to see my future videos more often. Subscribe as well, you'll be able to see them as well. Now I just want to show you this. So following tonight's exit poll showing AfD surging in Germany and winning seats comfortably, especially amongst the young, the far left are on the streets of Dresden throwing their toys out of the pram. Same thing, remember what happened in France, in Paris? When the first, election part was done, you know, you've seen all these people rioting, burning things down because they're not happy, because the media tells them not to be. I mean, this is the only thing I can probably tell, you know, this is what I've been telling the younger workers that work under me at my job. And I just tell them, look, don't be a sheep. You know, don't just follow what the mainstream says. Don't just listen to one side of it. Always do your own research. People might get angry with you. People might get annoyed. But at the end of the day, at least you know you turned every stone. You at least looked. And then it's an easy way for you to go and say, look, why are the people following this? I looked at that one other, you know, side of the coin, and it just changed your whole life. And that's where the red pilling comes. That's where all this comes from. And that's why people should do their own research. Let's quickly watch this video here. It's just good to see that people are fighting back. That's all I can say. And being against mass migration, I'm hoping in Australia we can see the light. Just look into the light and see that mass migration is not going to work. We've allowed the most immigrants. And look, this is not, you know, immigrants like it used to be. Not the immigrants where you got to hit a certain quota, you got to have a job that, you know, the country needs. I mean, like teachers, nurses, doctors, etc., etc. No. Nowadays, it's just, you don't have any skills, you're coming. Where I guess, you know, when we were younger, when people had to apply, they had to, you know, you got to reach a certain financial level, you got to have a certain skill, you got to have a certain sought after job. No, not anymore. You just come straight in. And who looks after you if you don't get a job or whatever? Ooh, the government does. So at the end of the day, we're paying for it ourselves. And I mean, we've allowed, I think, the highest levels for 2 years in a row now. I think we've allowed over 1 million immigrants in the last 2 years in Australia. And with a population of 24 million, I mean, that's what, 4%, right? That's about 4% of the country we've allowed in just 2 years. It's insane. But what do, right? Let me know below. Like I said, if you've already watched this long, like the video, hit that damn subscribe button right underneath, and you'll be able to see the future videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.